Wow is all I can say with this one. I'm completely shocked. Knowing, sure, it's a 1 year, it's a half a year rental. But just knowing, seeing how passionate the Boston Bruins fan base is, how connected they are with their players, what Brad Marchand has done for the Boston Bruins. I've seen so many people saying we thought this was a Bergeron situation. Marchand was a Bruin for life. And all of a sudden, not only is Brad Marchand shipped out the door, you're sending him to a division rival. One of the craziest things you'll see is Boston selling to their division rivals. Florida not the only one on the receiving end of some Boston memorabilia this trade deadline. But Brad Marchand, even this season, still putting up 40.60 some games. I mean, he's 36 years old now. And we know as age comes, especially with these more physical players, you do start to see the decline. But even now, Brad Marchand, more physical style player, is still playing pretty solid hockey. He's known as that agitator. He's known as that guy, that team leader, that captain, that guy that stands up for your, football team, for your hockey team. And even now, the season he's having, I mean, if you flash it back even 7, 8, 9, 10 years, it's been a while now, 10 years ago, that was consistent numbers he used to put up. Still a solid two-way player. Boston just saying, well, we're moving on from the older guys, to say the very least, Well, I wonder what Pasternak thinks of that. You got to wonder if Brad Marchand was talked to about this, as he did have a modified no-trade clause, but it could have been, I mean, if you make a modified no-trade clause as a player and you submit it, you have to assume you're putting, let's say he has a 10-team no-trade clause, you're putting 10 teams that are just not good on that list, or, teams way across the country or something. And you're thinking, hey, I ain't going to worry about putting Florida on there. I ain't going to worry about putting Toronto on there. There ain't no way they're trading me those guys. That's what happened. Nonetheless, you talk about the value. Again, I mean, you get it. You get why it's just a second. It's the premium that teams were paying for players to start this trade deadline just a few days ago. You wonder if you traded him earlier, if you would have gotten more. Probably. It's a conditional pick. Florida becoming an even I don't want to say dirtier, but a more of a grimy, grinding type of hockey club. Already was like that, just building more and more for a team to win the Stanley Cup this season, and you're getting him for just a second round pick. I just wonder. My question is, do you think they came to Marchand and said, hey, your contract's up, we'll sign you to an extension, but we're talking $2 to $4 million, or do you think Boston said, hey, let's just blow it all up? Well, they've been blowing it up since getting rid of our old coach, thinking that was a good idea anyway. Let's just blow it all up. Nonetheless, of course, Florida's going to take this trade, winning by a landslide. It is a conditional second, though. As far as we have heard reports from the insiders with the NHL, it is a second, could be a conditional first. Nonetheless, yeah, they got to take that. Take that all day. As always, if y'all enjoyed the video, I just appreciate you consider liking, subscribing. You never have to. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.